Big story coming in. The Prime Minister sent another tough message across the border on terrorism. The Prime Minister has called terrorism a threat to humanity and has assured that he will take firm action against the perpetrators of the Pahalgam terror attack. Let's listen into what the Prime Minister said.
हम एक मत है कि आतंकवाद मानवता के लिए सबसे बड़ा खतरा है। पहलगाम में हुए आतंकी हमले में मारे गए लोगों के प्रति राष्ट्रपति लॉरेंसो और अंगोला की संवेदनाओं के लिए मैं उनका आभार व्यक्त किया। We are committed to take firm and decisive action against terrorists and those who support them. We thank Angola for their support in our fight against cross-border terrorism.
Let me go across to my colleague Pradeep, who's joining us at this point. Pradeep, a very clear and unequivocal message sent out once again by the Prime Minister to enemies of India across the border.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Another strong words from Prime Minister's side. He has made it clear. Earlier he had said that mithi mein mila denge assertion from Prime Minister's side, and after that we saw that Government of India took slew of measures like freezing Indus Water Treaty and also closing airspace, and now even the waters, any of the vessels will not be allowed to enter Indian waters from the Pakistan side. And now Prime Minister saying that terrorism is the biggest ever threat to humanity. He said that we are going to take a decisive action, and he also thanked the Angola government for supporting them in this regard, because we have seen that the whole world is right now standing firm with India, and they want that India should take action against terror-related activities, because this is not only what Prime Minister feels, but the whole world today feels that terrorism is really a big menace to humanity, and that's why the world has united to fight against terrorism, and they're supporting India, and they want India has every right to defend itself, and India has every right to take decisive and punitive action, because the all eyes will be on India to see what kind of punitive action so far as military operation is concerned, because we have already seen certain economic surgical strike, diplomatic surgical strike, where the visas have been cancelled. Many of the Pakistanis had been deported back to their homeland. And not only that, but what has really sent shivers down the spine of Pakistan and made Pakistan rattled and jittery is basically putting Indus Water Treaty in abeyance, because Pakistan's economy is totally dependent on three rivers, Indus, Jhelum, Chenab. And if the water will not be flowing from these rivers, it's really going to affect their irrigation, it's going to affect their farming, agriculture, and also the power generation in that area. So that way the Pakistan economy will be completely crippled. So that's one of the reasons that Pakistan is right now knocking at different doors, asking some of its allies to convince India that there should be a neutral probe. When they say neutral probe, basically Pakistan is in a denial mode, despite many of their politicians admitting that Pakistan had been handling global terror. First it was their defense minister, now Bilawal Bhutto has also said that yes, in the past Pakistan had been helping. But when it comes to India, they're totally in denial mode. They want the neutral probe because they want to buy time. But India is no more to listen to them, because India has seen Pakistan bleeding them 1,000 cuts, so they will not allow Pakistan to once again make their terrorists come out to this side and continue with their terror-related activities. That's why India has said that mithi mein mila denge chun chun ke. Assessment from the Home Minister side is also making the difference on the ground. They've already tried to decimate and demolish many of their infrastructure there in Kashmir Valley. Many of the terror dead have been decimated. Now they are going to target Fountainhead, and Fountainhead in Pakistan, already army has been given free hand. When they are going to decide, it will be up to the armed forces. But yes, definitely there is going to be an action, because India has made it clear. If you continue to violate line of control and target our people here,
Indeed, and Pradeep, it's very important for enemies of Bharat, both inside and outside the boundaries of our country, listen once again to what the Prime Minister said. Stay with us, Pradeep. Let's listen in to what Mr. Modi said.
हम एक मत है कि आतंकवाद मानवता के लिए सबसे बड़ा खतरा है। पहलगाम में हुए आतंकी हमले में मारे गए लोगों के प्रति राष्ट्रपति लॉरेंसो और अंगोला की संवेदनाओं के लिए मैं उनका आभार व्यक्त किया। We are committed to take firm and decisive action against terrorists and those who support them. We thank Angola for their support in our fight against cross-border terrorism.
Let me go across to retired Lieutenant General Sanjay Kulkani, who is joining us on the phone line. Lieutenant General Kulkani, thank you for speaking to Mirror Now. What do you make thank you for speaking to Times Now, but what do you make of these very strong words that have been sent out by the Prime Minister once again in his interaction with the Angolan head of state?
You know, what I can understand is that the Prime Minister is determined, totally determined, to strike at this terror source that exists wherever it may be. And if it exists in Pakistan, so be it. The terror source has to be destroyed. If their supporters exist in India, they also need to be destroyed. So it's very clear that terror has to be addressed. All kinds of terror has to be eliminated. And I think this determination flows from the kind of victims that we've been for over the years. I think a lot in the world, and including the West, didn't understand what India was going through and what India kept telling them. And now that everyone understands, now I think again you find, I personally, this is my personal thing, a little bit of, I would say, a double talk, that please try and talk and sort out the problem. These are not things that can be sorted out by talks, because talks have been on for such a long time. But Pakistan is one country which is using terrorism as an instrument of state policy, and this cross-border terrorism has to be put an end to. I think the Prime Minister is absolutely right, determined that we need to do something. And it's not tomorrow. It's a long, compact, comprehensive policy to ensure that this has to be eliminated, and the work has already commenced.
Lieutenant General Kulkani, Lieutenant General Kulkani, do stay on with us. Major General S.P. Sinha is also joining us at this point. Major General, a lot of people initially thought that the response against Pakistan will be limited to just a military strike. But in the last 10 days, we have seen that this is going to be a full-on 360-degree concerted effort, from blocking our airspace, from blocking our naval territorial waters, from shutting all forms of Pak propaganda and disinformation online, to stopping all Pak imports from crossing across the border. Step by step, Pakistan is being choked. Pakistan is being encircled to a point where Pakistan is turning increasingly desperate. And the words of the Prime Minister only underscore that.
You see, you have to understand the difference between military strategy and grand strategy. Grand and strategy encompasses many strategies, like military strategies, economic offensive, war offensive, water offensive, Indus Water Treaty cancelled, putting in abeyance is that an example. Diplomatic offensive, isolation of Pakistan at international level, ensuring that Pakistan is put into grey list first and blacklist next. So these are the strategies which grand strategy includes all this. So this time Modi ji is firing from all the directions on Pakistan, trying to weaken totally, and he had said, I will reduce Pakistan to ashes. And that is only possible if you follow the path of grand strategies and you launch multi-cornered, multi-directional attack on Pakistan. Not only destroy Pakistan's economy, Pakistan's credibility, you make Pakistan totally dry, destroy, weaken Pakistan's agriculture. 25% of GDP to Pakistan comes from agriculture. The moment Pakistan is short of water, you can imagine what will happen in Punjab and Sindh. So therefore, it is a multi-directional attack, and it is a very, very calculated, very, very well-crafted initiative and moves being made by Honorable Prime Minister of India.
Well, Major General Sinha and Lieutenant General Kulkani, I request both of you gentlemen to stay on with us. For the benefit of the viewers, because these are very strong words that have been said by the Prime Minister, let's listen in once again to Mr. Modi.
हम एक मत है कि आतंकवाद मानवता के लिए सबसे बड़ा खतरा है। पहलगाम में हुए आतंकी हमले में मारे गए लोगों के प्रति राष्ट्रपति लॉरेंसो और अंगोला की संवेदनाओं के लिए मैं उनका आभार व्यक्त किया। We are committed to take firm and decisive action against terrorists and those who support them. We thank Angola for their support in our fight against cross-border terrorism.